Hello there, friends. Sorry for the delay in videos, but Easter and stuff happened, and you know how it is. But, for once, I'm actually using a script, so at least the video has slightly higher quality than usual. Anyway, on to the actual video. Chapter 1. Flash Games. If you were born anywhere from 2000 to 2011, you're likely familiar with the term Flash Games. If not, here's a quick recap. Flash games are games created using the now defunct Flash Player system. Games like Club Penguin, Fancy Pants, Happy Wheels, and most Newgrounds games ran on Flash Player for a while. But unfortunately in 2022, I think, it was shut down by Adobe, its parent company, and all Flash games were sent offline. However, some developers like Happy Wheels and Fancy Pants just rolled with the punches and updated their games using different game engines, making it so they could still work. However, before Flash shut down, and still after, websites began popping up around the internet containing hundreds of different Flash games, usually re-uploads of content that was not theirs, granted, but still lots of games for your average bored student to pick from. And we can't talk about Flash websites and not mention the juggernaut that was... Chapter 2. CoolMathGames.com. CoolMathGames.com was a website launched in 1997 as a way to create fun and educational games for all ages. But it became so much more. Around the late 2000s and early 2010s, new games were being uploaded to Cool Math Games, notable examples being the Moto X3M series, Bob the Robber, the Fireboy and Water Girl series, Runs 1 to 3, Cut the Rope, and most notable of all, the Papa series, which should honestly get an entire video to its own. Most of these games had absolutely nothing to do with math or any kind of learning material, but thanks to this website's domain literally being Cool Math Games and the small amount of actual math games on the website, it tricked teachers into believing it was an actual educational website, which led to many hours of playing these Flash games to the enjoyment of many students across the world. Of course, this only lasted for a couple years as teachers caught on eventually, but while it lasted, it was incredible. But what about the other Flash websites I briefly talked about? Sites like Poki, Crazy Games, or even Silver Games. Well, my friends, don't think I've forgotten about them, because I've got lots to say. Chapter 3. Secondary Flash Sites. Now, personally, my favorite Flash site is Poki, mainly because of how high quality the website looks, as well as the selection of games. My favorite game on Poki is definitely Stick Fighter, which is really good for your average stick figure game. It's also the background footage you are currently seeing. Also, did I mention that Poki has nearly every Papa's game, and Fancy Pants, and Henry I'm gonna stop myself there because the website has a lot of classic Flash games on it. Like, a lot. Anyway, besides Poki, I also played a couple games on the site Crazy Games for this video, with my favorite game being Stickman Battle Fight Warriors. I know that sounds like the most cliche Stickman game you've ever heard of, but if you get a bunch of your friends together, it's actually really fun. Some other games I played were Striker Dummies, Bouncy Motors, Time Shooter, which is basically just Discount Super Hot, and Sandbox City, which is basically Discount GTA. Even though I still prefer Poki game selections-wise, Crazy Games is definitely a worthy competitor. Lastly, for this chapter, I'm going to be talking about Silver Games, which is the site I have the least experience with. At my school, Newgrounds is blocked, so there's no way for us to play games like Project Nexus. However, Silver Games has a port of Nexus along with some other high-profile games like Super Hot, which is surprising considering what the home screen of the website looks like. Unfortunately, due to Flash Player being debunked, some of the games don't work anymore, but the ones that do are at least mid-tier. Anyway, on to the last chapter of this video. Chapter 4. Conclusion. I barely even scraped the tip of the iceberg in this video, to be honest with you all. There's probably thousands of different Flash game sites, and I just covered the ones I know about. If you have any favorite site that I didn't mention, put it in the comments below, and hey, maybe I'll take a look at them in the part 2 if this video does well. Anyway, in conclusion, Flash games and websites based around them have had a positive impact on the internet, as well as several generations of bored school kids. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.